Welcome, everybody, to the Am I the Asshole podcast. Let's get into it. Today, we're going to be talking about weddings getting ruined. This episode is going to be juicy, so you're going to want to watch to the end. Our first scenario, am I the asshole for ruining my friend's wedding? Whoo! I, 28 female, was invited to my close friend, 26 female's wedding, which took place last weekend. I'd been looking forward to this event for months and was genuinely excited to celebrate her special day. However, there was a significant hiccup that left me questioning whether I was in the wrong. The day before the wedding, I woke up feeling extremely sick. I had a high fever, a terrible cough, and just felt overall miserable. I debated whether or not to attend the wedding as I didn't want to risk spending any potential illness to others. Spreading. But my friend had been planning this wedding for over a year and I didn't want to let her down. I decided to attend the wedding despite my illness. As the day went on, my condition worsened. I was coughing uncontrollably during the ceremony and the reception, and I could see some guests looking uncomfortable during the speeches. I had a particularly bad coughing fit and had to excuse myself from the room. Later in the evening, the bride approached me and expressed her frustration. She told me that my constant coughing had been a distraction and had disrupted some key moments of her wedding. She said she couldn't believe that I would attend her wedding while being so sick, potentially putting others at risk. Feeling hurt and defensive, I explained that I didn't want to miss her big day and thought I could manage my illness without causing much disruption. I also pointed out that I had tried my best to stay away during coughing fits to minimize the impact. Now I'm feeling conflicted. On one hand, I wanted to support my friend on her wedding day. On the other hand, I can understand how my presence might have distracted from her special moments. Am I the asshole for attending the wedding despite being sick and potentially ruining key moments? Oh my God. That's such a tough one because she's so right, though. It's like, on one hand, that's your best friend's wedding. Nowadays it's more of just like people kind of get married multiple times, but this is her special day and this is her first time getting married. You only get married it's only your first time getting married once. Let's say that. And I'm sure she wanted to be there. I'm sure she was the bridesmaid. She didn't really say that, but I can guarantee you she was the bridesmaid. And so for me, I'm like, there's no way she could have not been there, And that sucks. That really sucks. I understand it from both sides because on the girl who's sick, it's like, if I would have not been there, she would have regretted it, for one. For two, she knew her friend would have been mad because she would have just been like, really, you didn't come just because you were sick? And you know what I mean? Not really understanding the severity of her sickness. And then three, it's a thing where she's been planning this for so long. She didn't want to let not only her friend down, but her friend's family, the groom, all that stuff. So, oh man, yeah, she's got it tough. She's got it tough, man. That's a tough situation because it's like, she's sick. There's nothing that she could have done in that situation to kind of change it or make it better. And that's the tough thing about it. Ugh, I feel so bad. Oh, I feel so bad for her. That's terrible. To be thrusted in that kind of situation and really be stuck between two shitty situations. It's like she couldn't win in that situation. So, all right. We got our next scenario. Am I the asshole for ruining a friend's wedding? The unintentional wedding crasher. Oh, okay. So we have Sarah and Mark have been best friends since college. Sarah was asked to be a bridesmaid at Mark's wedding. Okay, so it's a guy and a girl who were friends, and the guy asked his female friend to be a bridesmaid at his wedding, and she was excited to celebrate the special day with him. On the day of the wedding, Sarah realized she had forgotten her bridesmaid dress at home. Panicking and not wanting to disrupt the wedding schedule, she quickly found a dress in her size from a nearby store. However, the dress she picked was quite extravagant and didn't quite match the elegant theme of the wedding. As the ceremony began, Sarah's bold dress drew a lot of attention from the guests. People were whispering and casting puzzled glances her way, and the bride, who had put immense effort into planning a sophisticated and elegant wedding, looked visibly upset. She must have been wearing like a tight hoochie dress or something, because just the fact that they were saying that they wanted to plan a sophisticated and elegant wedding, she must have been wearing something very hoochie, like she bends over and you can see her business, kind of short, skimpy dress. That's all I can think about, because that's what it seemed like. Like a lot of times bridesmaids wear long dresses. They don't really wear anything short. So I think she was wearing something kind of hoochie mama. Sarah noticed the discomfort but didn't realize the extent of her mistake until after the ceremony, when a close friend informed her that her dress had clashed with the wedding's ambiance. Feeling terrible, Sarah immediately apologized to the bride and tried to explain her predicament, but the bride was clearly hurt and disappointed by the distraction Sarah had unintentionally caused. In the end, the bride's discomfort cast a shadow over the wedding day, and many guests couldn't help but remember the unconventional dress rather than the joyous occasion. Oh my God, I bet if it was a skimpy dress, I bet all the dudes were looking at her and not the bride. Oh no. Oh my God, that's funny. This left the bride feeling like her carefully planned event had been overshadowed by the dress incident. Some might argue that Sarah's mistake was unintentional, but she did her best to rectify it by apologizing to the bride. Others might say that she should have been more considerate of the bride's wishes and found a dress that better matched the wedding's theme. The bride's feeling of a disappointment and frustration are also valid, as the wedding day didn't turn out as she had hoped due to the intention drawn away from her. No, what she should have did is she should have went home and got her fucking bridesmaid dress, or she should have remembered her dress, and knowing this is a big day, have a checklist, something to remember the dress. And she failed so hard, and then she chose a hoochie mama dress. My God. Oh no. I bet even the groom was looking like, damn, the fuck is she wearing? That's my friend. While Sarah's mistake was unintentional, she tried to make amends. Her choice of dress inadvertently disrupt the wedding's atmosphere and draw attention away from the bride in this scenario. It could be that she bears some responsibility for the mishap, though she may not be considered the asshole. It's a case of well-intentioned action have unattended consequences. Oh my God. Yeah, see, she knowing this is a big day, she should have had a checklist. She should have been prepared. And because this wasn't like the last situation where, she got sick. It was just one of those things where she woke up and was just feeling like crap. And so, it wasn't really like her fault too much, that happened. So, but with this one, it's definitely her fault, because she is the one who cognitively knew I need this dress. I know this is a big day. I need to be there on time, all this yada yada. And she wasn't ready. She didn't have things, in place that she should have had. She didn't bring the dress. She forgot. She should have just left and let them know, hey, look, I got to go run home real quick because I forgot my dress. And, you would have been late, whatever the case may be, but it wouldn't have taken away so much from the overall experience if you would have came in the dress you're supposed to come in and maybe you were just a little late. It wouldn't have taken so much off the so much attention off the bride if she would have just done that. Yeah, she'd have been late and people would have just been like, oh dang, she's late, oh my God, blah blah blah. Sure, they talk about it a little bit, but then they would just snap right back into the bride and groom, and that's that. Not her up there in a fucking hoochie mama dress, with her goodies out and every dude in the pews out here looking at her. I mean, let's just be honest here. You know, and I'm thoroughly convinced it was a hoochie dress because just the fact that it took that much attention away from the bride and groom while they're, citing vows and saying I do and doing the kiss and all that. Like, yeah, it was probably a hoochie mama dress. She probably had them chi-chis all out. And it was probably short as hell. That dress was probably, like I said, it was probably one of them dresses where, she bends over and booty cheeks just out. Because she found it last minute. So I can guarantee you, it may have fit her, but it didn't fit her the way she thought it was going to fit her. And so listen, like I said, I can guarantee you it was a hoochie mama dress, man. I guarantee you that was a hoochie mama dress because god damn. Okay. Next one. Am I the asshole for ruining my friend's wedding surprise? Oh, this sucks because it's supposed to be a surprise, but let's get into it. All right, 25 female was invited to my friend 26 female's wedding as a bridesmaid. The wedding planning was in full swing and everyone was excited. A few weeks before the big day, I found out that another bridesmaid, let's call her Alice, 28 female, was planning a surprise dance performance for the couple during the reception. The thing is, I'm a professional dancer and Alice's choreography was subpar at best. Damn, she was like, bitch, you suck. Feeling like I could help enhance the performance, I approached Alice and suggested collaborating to make the dance routine more impressive. She seemed open to the idea, but when we started working on it, our visions clashed. I wanted to add more intricate moves and dynamic formations, while she wanted to keep it simple and fun, which she should. It's a wedding. I mean, you're not trying to do the most here. In the end, I took matters into my own hands and choreographed a new routine behind Alice's back, involving the other bridesmaids as well. On the wedding day during the reception, we surprised everyone with a new dance. The reaction was mixed. Some guests loved it, while others felt it was out of place. See what I mean? She should have just kept it simple and fun because it's doing too much. Baby, you're at a wedding. What are you doing? The bride seemed surprised, but not exactly thrilled. Alice found out what I had done and was furious. Damn right. She accused me of sabotaging her idea and stealing the spotlight. Our argument got heated and it ended with Alice in tears and me feeling frustrated. The bride later approached me and expressed her disappointment that I had worked with Alice instead of going behind her. That I hadn't worked with Alice instead of going behind her back. Now I'm left wondering if I was the asshole for taking matters into my own hands, even if I thought I was improving the surprise, which you weren't. Did I ruin my friend's wedding by causing this drama and overshadowing Alice's efforts, or was I trying to make the event more memorable? Yeah, you're an asshole. You're an asshole like fucking crazy. Reason being is because I think when the bride went to Alice, the bride told Alice, hey, I want you guys to come up with something. I don't think she said I want to dance because it's supposed to be a surprise. So I don't think she was expecting a dance. But I think she was expecting something. So she was like, hey, I want you to come up with something, fun and simple to do during the reception. I'll let you decide on it. I'll let you, take the course of action and do that. And she was like, okay, cool. And so I'm sure she decided on a dance and was just like, we're going to keep it super simple, fun. We're not going to go too crazy about it. But then this bitch comes in and she's like, oh, this is boring. It's too simple. Let's make it more extravagant and like crazy. And then she goes behind her back. And I understand why Alice would be mad because Alice was the one that got asked to do something during the reception, not her. So that's fucked up. Why would she do that? Why would she sit there and be like, oh, I don't give a fuck about the bride's wishes. I'm going to do what I want to do. And fuck Alice too. And that's why I understand why Alice was so pissed off, because she gave the middle finger to both of them. And so when the bride saw that dance, I can guarantee you Alice was just like, this bitch changed up the whole choreography on me. And this is not my dance. She changed up everything and she did all this on her own. And I'm sure they were just like, okay, this is great. Yay. But I'm sure in her mind, she's just like, dude, you fucking ruined my reception with this gaudy ass dance. Yeah, it was extravagant and maybe well thought out or whatever, but it's doing too much. And she didn't want that. She's like, I don't want you doing too much. That's why I had Alice do it and not you. And so, yeah, she's the asshole, dude, because that's fucked up. That's extremely fucked up that she would do that to your friend. And she even saw it from the crowd's faces that they weren't really having fun with that. So, all right, let's get on to the next one. Am I the asshole for voicing concerns about a wedding gone wrong? Oh, wow. Okay. I, 28 female, was invited to be a bridesmaid at my close friend Lisa's 29 female wedding. Lisa is known for her perfectionism, and the wedding preparations were no exception. As the big day approaches, things started to spiral. Damn, she might be a Bridezilla. The venue she chose had a sudden change in management, resulting in a miscommunication and chaos. On the day of the wedding, the decorations were not set up properly, the seating arrangement was a mess, and the music equipment malfunctioned during the ceremony. Oh, shit. Throughout all this, Lisa remained stressed and distant, barely interacting with anyone. As a bridesmaid, I tried to help salvage the situation, but my concerns seemed to fall on deaf ears. Even worse, some of the guests were openly complaining about the disarray. At the reception, I approached Lisa and suggested we address the issue together and reassure the guests. However, she brushed me off, saying that I was overreacting. It's just a wedding, no, not a big deal. Wow. Dang. Okay. Frustrated by her dismissive attitude, I pulled her aside privately, expressing my concerns more firmly, arguing her to acknowledge the mishaps and miscommunication with the guests. Lisa became defensive and accused me of trying to ruin her special day. She told me that I should just focus on having a good time and stop making everything about myself. Hurt by her response, I backed off and decided to let it go. Oh my God. Bro, she said, you're fucking up my wedding. Stop. You're making this about yourself. She's like, this is about me. This is my day. And you're making this about yourself? She's like, fuck you, bitch. Go off. Have a good time or whatever. Oh, my God. Oh, and then the fact that she sat there and said, it's just a wedding, not a big deal. Like, oh, man. I know there's some girls in the comments right now heated. Like, bitch, don't you ever tell me that on my wedding. Despite my attempts to support her, the wedding was memorable for all the wrong reasons. After the event, I started receiving messages from some guests thanking me for speaking up, while others thought I should have stayed quiet. Now I'm left wondering if I was out of line for confronting Lisa about the wedding mishaps and possibly causing more stress on her already chaotic day. So am I the asshole for voicing my concerns, or should I have kept my thoughts to myself? You should have kept your thoughts to yourself, girl. God damn, you were fucking up that wedding. Man, so much to the point where the bride is like, bitch, back up. You are making this all about yourself. Stop it. Stop it. You're fucking up my wedding. I am sick and tired of you sticking your nose in where it don't belong. Get the fuck up out of here. Stop it. She was heated. She was heated, bro. Woo. God damn. Yeah, that's a doozy. That's wild. And yeah, she was a bridezilla, but everything went wrong, and I could kind of she's a bit justified for it, and her friend was just making it worse, if I'm being honest with you. Her friend was really, really making it worse. Like, her friend should have simply just, I don't know, maybe just let everything happen the way it was going to happen. I mean, and just try to fix it if you were asked to fix it. Because the fact that she said it's a wedding, it's not a big deal, you can't tell that to a bride. You know what I mean? You can't say that to a bride, because you say that to a bride and she's just going to get the wrong idea. And, that's kind of detrimental. because this is her wedding day. She looks at it like, this is one day. This is one day. You know, I am never going to have another day like this ever again. She hopes. And so it's like she wants it to go as perfect as possible, everything going wrong. And then, you know, you go and say that. Damn, that's a rare girl L right there, man, because whoo-wee, man, that's terrible. All right, let's get into our next one. Am I the asshole for ruining my friend's wedding? I, 27 female, was asked by my friend, 28 female, to be her maid of honor for the wedding. All right, we got a maid of honor this time. The wedding was a big deal, and my friend had been planning it meticulously over a year. On the day of the wedding, everything seemed to be going smoothly until I noticed a minor issue with the seating arrangement. At the reception, the place cards were all mixed up, and I realized that some of the guests were seated far away from their intended companions. Okay. Instead of notifying the bride or a member of the wedding party, I took it upon myself to recognize the seating on my own. I spent a good amount of time swapping place cards and moving people around, thinking I was being helpful and ensuring that everyone would have a good time. However, my helpful act ended up causing chaos and confusion. Some guests were upset about being moved, and there was a noticeably delay in starting dinner as a result. Oh no, she tried to take things into her own hands. See, that's why you got to talk to somebody sometimes instead of just assuming. She should have asked the bride, like, hey, you know, why are people sitting the way they're sitting? Oh, because so-and-so broke up. They don't like each other. Her boyfriend cheated on her, so we're going to have to put him over there, you know, because her boyfriend is my sister's cousin, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Just get some insight a little bit before trying to take matters into your own hands. The bride found out that I had done what I had done when she overheard some guests talking about the confusion. She was understandably furious and confronted me in tears, saying that I had ruined her meticulously planned seating arrangements and caused unnecessary stress on her big day. She felt embarrassed and disappointed that her reception wasn't going as smoothly as she had hoped. Now, some of the wedding guests are siding with the bride, calling me out for taking matters into my own hands without consulting anyone. Others think that I was just trying to help and that the bride is overreacting. Fuck no, she's not overreacting. It's her wedding. Come on, guys. It's her wedding. How is she overreacting? And on top of that, it's like everything was fine until you fucked it up. Ladies, I'm sure you can agree with me on this one. You know? I truly thought I was doing the right thing, but now I'm questioning whether my actions were out of line and if I should have just let the bride handle the situation herself. Yeah, that's what you should have done. Like, goddamn. So, am I the asshole for trying to fix the seating arrangement at my friend's wedding without asking for permission? That is a big, fat yes. My goodness. Like, bro, you're the maid of honor. And it's your job to, sure, notice these things, but you relay them to the bride and be like, hey, I noticed that the place cards kind of look wrong. Is that right? And she would have been like, are they? And you guys could have walked out there like, see, you know, so-and-so's not sitting next to so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And she could have explained it for you like, oh, yeah, no, I did that on purpose, blah, 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 blah. You know, I understand how that could look, you know, the way it looks, but don't worry about it. It's fine. And then everything would have been hunky-dory. It'd have been solid. Her wedding would have went perfect. All these other girls' weddings, you know, Miss Hoochie Mama dress and the girl that got sick and all that kind of stuff, you know, their weddings kind of had multiple things that went wrong with them. But for hers, if she would have just asked the bride, everything would have been fine. Everything would have been fine. All she had to do was ask the bride. And yet she thought, oh, I'm just going to take this into my own hands and I'm going to fucking ruin the entire wedding. Because that's exactly what she did. She fucking ruined the entire wedding just by, you know, place cards, because I'm sure there were people that were sitting next to each other that either didn't like each other or they had broken up or something happened, and the bride knew all of this, and oh man, she was an L for that, man. She fucked up hardcore because her wedding would have went off without a hitch if she didn't do that. So yeah, she is the asshole because all she had to do was ask the bride. That was it. That's all she had to do. She could have asked the bride and that would have been that. Boom, we're done. And that situation would have been perfect, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, our last scenario. Am I the asshole for storming out of my friend's wedding? Wow. Okay. I, 28 female, was invited to my close friend, 29 female's wedding. We've known each other since childhood and had always dreamt of being in each other's weddings. I was thrilled when she asked me to be her maid of honor. However, things took an unexpected turn on her big day. Man, they were living the dream. I mean, I feel like that's every woman and her best friend's dream, is just to like go to her wedding, be your maid of honor, and get to experience that with her. And now we're going to see what that unexpected turn was. Leading up to the wedding, I had been helping her with everything from planning to organizing the bachelorette party. On the day of the wedding, things were chaotic. The makeup artist was late, the flowers were not as ordered, and the bride was on edge. I tried to keep things together, but tensions were running high. During the ceremony, the bride seemed visibly frustrated, and her impatience was evident. When it came time for vows, the groom, 30 male, started sharing a heartfelt speech. However, the bride interrupted him, saying she didn't want anything too long. Okay. So he was reading his vows, and she was like, hold up. I don't want your vows to be super long. Like, what? Huh? I mean, think about if you were sitting in the pew or you were sitting in the crowd, and like how embarrassing that would be, even to be the groom. Like, wait, what? Huh? Here I am professing my love to you, and you say, hold up. I don't want your vows to be too long. What? Huh? Okay. This shocked everyone, including the groom, who looked hurt. No shit. I'd be hurt too. I'm out here pouring my feelings out to you out on stage, and you just say, hold on. I don't want your vows to be too long. Like, what? As the night went on, the atmosphere was tense, and the bride's frustration was affecting everyone's mood. She snapped at the photographer, criticizing the food, and complained about the music. I was caught in the middle, torn between supporting my friend and feeling sorry for the groom. Damn, I bet he was regretting marrying her, man. Oh my God, I bet he regretted marrying her. I bet he was just like, who the hell did I get married to? Because this chick is off her rocker, bro. I mean, there's being very meticulous about your wedding, and then there's being a bridezilla. And she was a bridezilla. Ladies, you let me know what you think. Was she just being too meticulous, or was she being a bridezilla? Because, God damn. After the cake cutting, the bride took the microphone and made a speech that shocked everyone. She started listing things she regretted about the wedding. Yo, this keeps getting better and better. Oh my God. Okay, including her choice of dress and the decorations. She even joked about her choice of bridesmaids. Hinting at how they weren't up to her standards. I was humiliated and hurt, standing there in front of all the guests. Oh, no way. So I'm going to do a bit of a recap. She grabs the mic and is just like, excuse me, everyone. This wedding fucking sucks. The music sucks. My dress sucks. My bridesmaids suck. This wedding sucks. All of you. Oh my God. Unable to bear the embarrassment, I decided I had enough. I quietly told the groom that I was sorry for what was happening and left the venue. The bride called me later, furious that I had abandoned her on her wedding day. She accused me of being unsupportive and ruining her special day. Girl, you ruined your own special day. What do you mean? Am I the asshole for storming out of my friend's wedding due to her behavior and own humiliation, or should I have stuck it out to support her despite everything? Ladies, you gotta tell me what you would do if you were the maid of honor and that was your friend. literally, she got up on stage and said, "This wedding sucks. The music sucks. My dress sucks. The food sucks. Everything sucks." Like, and it's upsetting because it's on the bridesmaid, or the maid of honor, I'm sorry. She planned everything. She got everything together according to her specifications. She got everything together according to how she wanted it planned and how she wanted it done. And she got on stage and badmouthed it. And okay, first off, she said to her groom in front of everybody, oh, hold on. I don't want your vows to be too long. So can you hurry them up? And the groom's like, "Wait, what? I'm over here pouring my heart out to you and you're over here complaining that they're too long? Who the fuck are you?" 2, she gets up and complains about everything that her maid of honor did for her. Everything. 3, you picked the dress. What the fuck? You picked the dress. Nobody, and I mean nobody, told you to get that dress. Nobody did. You went into that dressing room, you put on that dress, and you said to your friends and your family that were there watching you pick out your dress and was just like, "Yep, this is my dress. I can see myself getting married in this. This is what I want. This feels like me. My future husband is going to think I'm so beautiful in this dress." And then you're going to badmouth the dress? Bruh, what? Who are you? And I can honestly tell you, if I was the groom, I probably would have left too. I ain't even going to lie to you. If I was the groom, I would have left. Now, sure, the fact that she had said, oh, I don't want your vows to be too long or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I would have still been upset about that, but that would have been kind of a conversation for later, if I'm being honest with you. Because I mean, even just that ruins the wedding. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? You're ruining the wedding. And then 2, just the fact that she got up on stage and said all that stuff, me as the man, being the groom, I would have been like, I don't know this woman. I've never seen this side of this woman. I've never seen her like this. I've never seen her being like that. And this story started off so great. It's 2 friends that her friend finally got married. She finally got locked down. She got that ring from the man that she loves. And her friend goes above and beyond to plan the wedding, to make sure the wedding is good, and then dumps on her because she was upset. Like, oh my God. Whoo. Yeah. Oh man, the comment section is going to have a good one with this one because, bro, I mean, ladies out there, I want you guys to tell me what you would have done if you were the maid of honor. And men, I want you guys to tell me what you would have done if you were the groom in that situation. Okay? That's how I want you guys to comment on this situation, because that is wild. That is wild. I cannot believe she would do something like that on her wedding day, dude. Oh, that's embarrassing for everyone. For her. And then she had the audacity to call her friend and be like, "You abandoned me." Bitch. Like, what? You got the gall to call me and tell me I abandoned you? You son of a boop. Oh, man, you have no idea how hot I would be. I'd be like, we are not friends anymore. We are not friends anymore. You can go fuck off. All that shit I did for you and for your wedding to go right, and then you do this bullshit. I get it. She said that the hairstylist was late, and maybe the food wasn't as good as she thought it was going to be, whatever the case may be. Like, there were things that didn't go right, and I understand that, but you can't expect, like, absolute perfection. Sure, you can strive for it, but you can't expect absolute perfection. And when it doesn't go your way, you don't get mad at your groom and your maid of honor. Like, your groom is out here pouring his heart to you, and then you stop him in the middle of his vows and say, oh, no, I don't want this to be too long. No, stop. And then you grab the microphone and you sit there and you say, this wedding sucks, my dress sucks, the food sucks, everything sucks. Like, come on. Oh my God. All right, guys. I mean, that was a juicy ass episode, especially that last scenario. That one was wild. I really want to know your opinion on the last episode. Ladies, if you were the maid of honor, tell me what you would do. Men, if you were the groom marrying that psycho bitch, tell me what you would do. If you want bite-sized pieces of the episodes, go ahead and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Am I the Asshole Podcast. Go ahead and follow us on Patreon so you can get exclusive episodes as well as being able to send in your scenarios for Am I the Asshole Podcast. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace.